We are live. We are live. There we go. We're live. Let me just check we've got everything. It was going live in the wrong places then. It got all confusing for a moment or two. So yeah, it's interesting. It went back at a fairly normal time because the daylight saving times is the correct the whole world over now. So let me just move this over here. I'll leave that there actually, because otherwise it's just going to cause myself some confusion. Bring that down. There we go. Yeah, that was good. So yeah, excuse me whilst I just mess around doing everything. It's a bit crazy. So yeah, Hypno News World Live. So we talk about all stuff that's going on in the world of hypnosis, and there's a lot going on. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Really great to see people arriving in Ireland for the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference. It really looks like that is going to be a lot of fun. So that starts this weekend, but I'm already seeing people arriving and kind of posting their pictures and videos, enjoying, I think they call it the crack, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference. I've got a quick link to that here. I'll pop that on. And you'll notice as well, we are we're a little bit different today. We are portrait. So let us know how you are watching and where you're watching from. And that might kind of help things out a little bit. But yeah, that's the link to the Irish Hypnosis Conference. I know Dan Goyette is coming over for that. And so there's a great lineup of speakers on that one. So do check that out as well. And so yes, it is going to be. I say going to be. It looks like a fantastic conference. I'm in. Thank you very much. It's always good to get a comment, especially whilst we're on live on YouTube. Sean is about, but I've got this sneaky feeling that he doesn't realise about the daylight saving time. But it does not matter. We will soldier on. If he appears, we'll drop him in. But I know Sean is always on point and on time. So that's not. So let's get back into the world of hypnosis. What else is going on? I'll tell you something that's really, really interesting. For those of you that know Claudia Ricciard, she's got her bunny talk process. That is going to be the 12th of April in Leeds in Yorkshire, England. This will be the first time she's doing it in the UK. I know she's over at the Irish Hypnosis Conference as well. So I know she's doing some stuff over there and then coming over here as well. That's Saturday, the 12th of April at the Queen's Hotel in Leeds. I'll tell you this, when it comes to locations, the Queen's is an absolutely stunning place. There we go. Terry Quick's in the house. TQ, how are you? Hopefully the pets are good. And I'm in. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm in. Yes, same to you. So yes, the Queen's Hotel in Leeds is a stunning, a very luxurious venue. I've done a couple of shows there in my years of performing, and I will say it is one of the nicest venues. The bar in there is just luxury. So Claudia, if you like golden pineapples, you are in for some luck because that place is stunning. So yes, that's the Bunny Talk process. First time, I believe the training is going to be done here in the UK, so do check that out. It is going to be fantastic. And Claudia's a great person. Originally a Yorkshire lass from Ilkley. She's been over in America for many years now, kind of teaching, training as the English hypnotist. Now, I mentioned the Irish Hypnosis Conference. Another great conference coming up is the Pacific Northwest Conference. This is Anthony Gitch. This is Jim's, another one of Jim's business partners who organises a great conference. This is one of the newer conferences. What's great when you go to a new conference is you get to have that badge of honour that you were there from the beginning. One of the things I loved is Dan's conference, the Michigan conference. Jim mentioned it to me a few years ago now, and he was like, get yourself there to the first one. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so glad I was there for the first. This is I think it's maybe the second or third one of these now, but it's got such a great community feel to it, and the people there are absolutely fantastic. So do check that one out as well. And then straight after that, we've got Heartland Hypnosis Conference that is in a couple of weeks away now. This is a fantastic conference. One of my favourites, to be fair. William Mitchell puts on a fantastic event, and they've got a good selection of stuff on this. So you've got the different tracks, you've got the stage track, you've got the metaphysical, you've got the NLP, you've got the business, you've got the hypnotherapy, and you've got a stage track there as well. One of my favourites. It's in a great location, and again, most of the presenters there and the delegates, it's like meeting with family again. So do make sure you check that one out. HypnoThoughts. What can't be said about HypnoThoughts Live? It's the biggest hypnosis conference in the world. I believe what you should do is find where it is you want to go, what type of stuff you want to be doing, and then pick 2 conferences. Pick a big one like HypnoThoughts. Great for building your network and for just touching base with all those people you see online throughout the year. And then pick one of the more regional ones that's either specific to your area or specific to your niche. So that's HypnoThoughts Live. Check it out. Scott Sandlin has been doing a fantastic job on this for many years now. It's the original big hypnosis conference. So yeah, absolutely love that. I don't know if you have been checking out any of the Hypnosis Heroes where you get hypnotized through the screen. There's a link to one of the previous ones there. Check this series out. Again, a series that was originated by Jim, Sean, and Brian Bay, the terrible trio. But they do a fantastic job on this, where they get on experts, not only interview them and talk about them, but then like the second half of the show is hypnosis through the screen. So they get that expert on, and then that expert does the hypnosis as well. So it's a really cool podcast live stream, so do check it out. He was on the show last week, and that's Dan Goyette from the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference. That's going all guns blazing, and Dan does such a great job of that user experience. So we're talking fantastic raffles, great food, great networking. And I think it's brilliant for a conference. This time he's got he's setting up a business table. So, if you need an adapter, and we all know this when we're at these conferences, that our Apple MacBook or our iPad or our thing is not working with the tech that's there, and we need an adapter, or we need a cable or a phone charger or whatnot. Dan is setting up a business table where it'll have adapters, it'll have the Kingston projector, remote control things, all of that stuff. And again, going over and above what's expected. And that's what you get when you go to these more intimate conferences. It's a really, really great conference. I'm a big fan of it. It's going to be in Detroit later on in the year. Again, another one that I will be attending. It's just fantastic. PHS 26, again, obviously I'm a bit biased for this one. This is based for performers. Check out the website. You'll be able to pre-register for your tickets for next year, for 2026. Also, the recordings from 2025 are on there now. If you want to get hold of those, they are on there. Do click and get them ordered and sorted out. At HypnoWorld Magazine, again, Dan goes over and above when it comes to sorting stuff out, for helping people and doing stuff. This magazine is no exception. That's the 2025 issue there, but here we go. What a cover model. That is just here. Again, Dan puts this on. It's a physical magazine. It's not a digital magazine. And there's a real value to that. It's a tangible thing you can have in your hand. But not only that, if you're putting forward an article, if you want to make yourself an authority in your niche, to have a published article in a real magazine carries so much more weight. You could then leave that on the coffee table in your waiting room, and when clients are waiting for their appointment, they get to thumb through that magazine and they see your article. Or you could frame it and put it on the wall, and they get to see that you are published in a physical magazine. There is so much weight to that. So get involved. You will benefit from it. Not only does Dan benefit by having good quality content, but then you get to have your articles published in a real magazine, and you get to have that for that kind of social proof for your clients as well. It is a win straight across the board, and it's always evolving and growing. And again, between me and you, get in now, get yourself a great advertising deal. Do it now before it kind of blows up and it grows into something massive and you won't be able to afford the ad card. Do it now. It is an absolutely fantastic thing. Aisha has got the new website. Do check it out. If you are interested in the performance side of hypnosis, then join Aisha. It's a fantastic organization helping support stage hypnotists and performance hypnotists and those that love that from around the world. Members in multiple countries, and it really is. It's a fantastic new website. Nadine and the team have done a fantastic job on this to make it so much more user-friendly, so much more intuitive for you. The learning archives, everything is being upgraded and streamlined to make it so much more better for you. And here's one thing I'm really, I say pleased about. It's not for me to be pleased about, but it is something that I am very pleased about. Casey Cox is having her comedy hypnosis show. This is going to be awesome. It's Tuesday, April the 8th. There's a link to that in the comments section now. Like I say, this is Tuesday, April the 8th. This is Casey's first show, I believe. And wow. Casey was, I will say, an absolutely driving force with PHS. She helps with the volunteers. She's brilliant at sounding ideas off. She's been a big support for the performing hypnosis community for many a year, and she's been developing this show for quite some time. So when we talk about first show, we don't really mean this is like a first show. The support and training and mentorship that she has had is absolutely phenomenal, and I guarantee you this is going to be a fantastic show. So if you're in the area, get tickets, go. And do you know what? If you're not in the area and you can't make it, then do the right thing. Share the link. Click on the one that's in the comment section now, or find it yourself on Casey's Facebook. Share the link. Share it far and wide, because Casey's a big promoter of performing hypnosis, and she's always helped all of us and many of us. So let's get behind her and really push this show as well. And again, it's like, you know, you wait for one for ages and then two come along at once. Also coming up, I believe in a few days' time, this Friday, our very own Sean Costak is doing a double header, a magic and hypnosis show. This again looks fantastic, an evening of magic and hypnosis. Again, Sean is a big advocate for the field of hypnosis through the work that he's done with Jim, through the podcasts that he does, through the live streams that he does, through the work that he does on this one here, as if by magic. Right on cue, I believe he's just popped into the comment section now, ready to help promote that as well. But yeah, so Sean's show is Friday the 4th, I believe. But let's bring on the man himself. And all that time I've been talking, I was on the wrong microphone as well. There we go, Sean. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right, just about. I've just realised when I saw you that I was on the wrong microphone. So I do apologise for the audio quality. You were just through my laptop.
That wasn't too bad. It was pretty good.
There we go. We were just talking about the magic and hypnosis show on the. Yeah, are you excited for that?
Yeah, there's a certain anticipation. You know, we're in the final, you know, touch-up planning, making sure we've got all of our equipment ready to go, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a good show. We've done this once before, actually in Regina about 1.5 years ago. And hey there, it's Terry. Okay. You know, it's an interesting combination because, you know, oftentimes hypnosis gets lumped in with magic. And once they find out it's something a little bit separate, there's, you know, a little bit of reservation, but then they come on stage and you know, ultimately have the best time ever, because that's the best seats ever in our types of shows.
And I think you've done it the right way as well. Like you've got magic and hypnosis. I always get a bit not confused, but I think it dilutes it when the hypnotist does the magic, and then people kind of go, "Oh, hypnosis is a trick." But having a magician on as a double header, I think works really well because it explains to people this is magic, this is hypnosis, and it gives them a great night of entertainment. So how did it go down the last time you did it?
Swimmingly. It was really good. The group that we had there, the age range for my volunteers was about 16 to I'm going to say 72ish.
Wow.
And yes, the 72ish lady was the absolute perfect laugh
Yeah.
cop.
Brilliant. Brilliant. It's if you can entertain people within that whole age range, then it just goes to show that hypnosis can be entertainment anywhere and everywhere. So well done on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to speaking to you afterwards, if you know what I mean, letting, just kind of going through, see how it went for you. But again, you've done this before, but it's nice to kind of see it. And again, it's a nice theatre. It's done the way that stage hypnosis should be done. So yeah.
Yeah. The important if we did it in Regina was Dark Hall, and it was actually just renovated prior to us. I think we were like the second or third act to be in there. The Anportneuf was renovated a couple of years ago, but it is an absolutely great venue. It actually sits right off one of our high schools, one that I used to actually teach at. So I've got a lot of history there. So
fantastic. I must admit, speaking of great venues, Fraser Penman, who watches the show sometimes up in Scotland, I've just seen he's released his show at the Gilded Balloon for the Edinburgh Festival. There's certain venues, it might not mean anything to you, but there's certain venues, especially in the UK, that are standout venues. And if I was Scottish, the Gilded Balloon at the Edinburgh Fringe is the venue to perform at. And again, I think at the Edinburgh Fringe, the Gilded Balloon is one of the top venues to perform at. So really well done, Fraser, to that. If you're watching this on the replay, really, really well done on that. I know many years ago, it's probably about 10, 11 years ago, I got to perform on my dream venue. And I mean, it wasn't because of me that it closed down shortly afterwards, but shortly afterwards it closed down. And I was so pleased that I managed to perform there before it closed down. And that venue was a venue called the Batley Frontier or Batley Variety Club, which was famous in the 70s and 80s to have all of the big stars, Shirley Bassey, everybody, Tom Jones, all of them performed at this amazing venue. And so I managed to get to perform there before it closed down. So I believe Ravine did that as well. Nice. And so, yeah, it was a great venue, and it was a great venue for hypnosis for many years. But quite some years ago, someone did a terrible show there and pretty much got them banned for it was probably about 5 or 6 years. They would not have his stage hypnosis on. And so I was quite lucky to be the last stage hypnotist to perform there. So yeah, it was a good do. But I think that's what we've got to do as performers. It's find the venues we want to work at.
Yeah, and that would be something that Jesse would have indicated in one of his talks at PHS last January. Is a lot of people want specific venues, and it's good, but there's so many other places that would love to have that type of entertainment.
Yeah,
that nobody ever knocks on their door.
Yeah.
So do a little bit of door knocking. You may find out that there are venues and places. They barely show up on a map, but they can still draw 300-400 people quite easily.
That to me is the big secret to success in stage hypnosis. I don't know about in the US and Canada, but I can imagine it's the same. A lot of hypnotists, we look on social media and we see all these other hypnotists doing all of this stuff. But we don't just, like you said, we don't just knock on doors and go to venues and go, when was the last time you had a hypnotist on? Would you consider having one? When I was starting out, that's all I used to do, just approach venues. And every time it was the same thing. When was the last time you had a hypnotist on? Oh, we've not had one of them on here for it must be 10 years. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, it was such a fun night. Would you consider having another show? Oh, yes, absolutely. And a lot of the times you could go out and you're guaranteed to get at least one booking, if not more. And so that's the secret. We can go out, and although we might think there's lots of people booking shows, there's lots of venues that you wouldn't think of. Like I say, your obviously ones like your massive Vegas casinos and your London Palladiums. Yeah, they're all brilliant. But every town has got 5, 6, 7, 8 different venues that could put on fundraisers, put on ticketed shows, and do some good stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And every school and every town that still has one,
Yeah,
they've got a gymnasium and quite likely a fairly decent sound system to go with it.
exactly.
There's lots of opportunities if you can be creative and follow through on it.
Yes, yes. What do you think to the new format today, Sean? I thought I would go portrait today.
Yeah, I was going to say we're looking a little vertical.
Yes, yes. And so it's just because we're going on YouTube as well. And a little secret that I've discovered, when you do a portrait on YouTube Shorts as a live, it does kind of push it out to more people. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that in mind.
Exactly. It's something I'm playing with at the moment. I mentioned Hypnosis Heroes a few minutes ago. When is the next one? It's due soon, isn't it? Or have I just missed it?
No, actually, our next scheduled guest is on April the 15th. We're still looking for somebody for April the 8th. But April 15th will be Tracy Kanan.
Oh, awesome. That will be fantastic.
Yeah, and I'll have to make sure my filters are on. Otherwise, I don't want to get my TikTok account banned or anything like that. So
yes, absolutely.
But yeah, Tracy is a riot and a half.
Yeah.
Started out as a true comedian and jumped into the work with hypnosis and then the entertainment with hypnosis. And in my mind, she's probably one of the best writers of routines, writers of hey, here's a situation, now let's make it funny.
Yeah.
I would say hands down Tracy would be at the top of that list or very close to it.
Yeah. And it's a good thing to know as well, because sometimes, especially in the world of stage stuff, we kind of look and try and be original all the time. And it's great if you can do that. But if you know that writing material's not your strong point, then contact someone that is great at that type of stuff, such as Tracy, and say, listen, here's some videos of my show. How much would you charge to write me some material for my show? So I have 2 routines that I had a writer do for me. One was gifted to me by Michael Johns, which I'm very honoured, and it's a great routine. And again, such a talented person to be able to do that. And when you look at a lot of the big comedians, a lot of them have their material wrote for them. So if you know creative material is not your strong point, but you've got good stage presence, then see about contacting someone that is good and see if they can work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me, Sean. Is there anything else you've got?
Well, I'm just looking at that Performing Hypnosis Summit page that you've got there. We've got to be down under 300 days now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's just a screenshot that is in there. Do check out the website. Go to the performinghypnosissummit.com. And yes, there's a few slight tweaks on there, just making it a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more easier for you to kind of book on and do what you need to do. But yeah, really excited for that. The world hopefully would have calmed down by then.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers and our toes crossed and see what happens. But
that's
there's going to be more shifting of the shells, so to speak, to over the next little while before things kind of settle down.
Yes, I think that's what will happen. I think there's going to be lots of noise and lots of waving of arms, and then everything will calm down and then everything will settle and the world will be a better place for it. So yeah, either that or I'm going to move to Canada.
Well, I know a place in Saskatchewan that might be for rent.
Fantastic. I love it. I just need to learn how to say Saskatchewan.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. Awesome. Sean, A pleasure as always. Don't forget, guys, you can catch us every Thursday at 11 p.m. UK time. And
Well, we'll talk about that because that's why I was late. I was expecting it to be an hour from now, so
yeah,
or half an hour from now.
Yeah, when I came on, I kind of thought, oh yeah, it's daylight saving time has now changed this side now to go to the same as your time. So I know there's always 2 weeks where we're just up in the air. So
Yep.
yeah,
That's okay. We'll get it sorted, and we'll be back next Thursday night for sure.
Yes, fantastic, guys. Take care. Have a great show, Sean.
Yep, we'll do.
Cool. Take care, guys. See you later, Terry. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next week.